Managing an organization as large and complex as the FBI requires a definitive idea of where we are now and where we hope to be in 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years. That's where our strategy comes in. The FBI strategy enables bureau leaders and managers to define and pursue objectives crucial to mission success, prioritize resources to achieve those objectives, track progress along the way, address gaps when identified, and, most importantly, deliver consistent results. The FBI strategy is periodically reviewed and adapted to align with the changing threat landscape and organizational climate.
August 15, 2024. Holly Elkins sentenced to 2 life terms for orchestrating killing of Alyssa Burkett. A Rowlett woman who helped her fiancé orchestrate the brutal murder of his ex-girlfriend was sentenced today to 2 consecutive life sentences, announced U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas Leah Simonton. Holly Ann Elkins was indicted in June 2023. A jury convicted her in April 2024 of conspiracy to stalking using a dangerous weapon resulting in death, and brandishing a firearm in relation to a crime of violence. She was sentenced Thursday by U.S. District Judge Jane Boyle. Ms. Elkins' former fiancé, Andrew Beard, previously pleaded guilty to stalking using a dangerous weapon, resulting in death and discharging a firearm during a crime of violence, and was sentenced to 43 years in federal prison. Month after month, Holly Elkins and Andrew Beard relentlessly harassed Alyssa Ann Burkett. They called her despicable names. They filed false police reports. They placed illegal contraband in her vehicle. And when all that failed, they plotted a particularly painful and bloody death, said U.S. Attorney Leah Simonton. We can never bring back what Ms. Burkett's family has lost. We can never heal the pain her young daughter has had to endure. But we can give them this measure of justice. Holly Elkins and Andrew Beard will never terrorize their family again. According to evidence presented at trial, Ms. Elkins helped plot the October 2, 2020 murder of 24-year-old Alyssa Ann Burkett, Mr. Beard's ex-girlfriend, with whom he shared a young daughter. The government argued that Ms. Elkins, who apparently dreamt of a life with Mr. Beard and a mother-child relationship with his daughter, repeatedly attempted to call into question Ms. Burkett's fitness as a parent. When that failed, Ms. Elkins goaded Mr. Beard into taking Ms. Burkett's life, labeling the victim a C-expletive and a dummy and a garbage S-expletive mom. The perpetrator's relationship began in early April 2020. Later that month, Ms. Elkins spent her first weekend with Mr. Beard and his daughter. By May, the couple were shopping for engagement rings. In June, however, Ms. Elkins grew frustrated at Mr. Beard's continuing association with Ms. Burkett, writing, "Your baby mama, owns you. You continue to put BM first. You choose to be IDK, for lack of a better term, submissive to her. And I don't have, want, or need any bullshit from anyone." Ms. Elkins began a campaign to harass Ms. Burkett in summer 2020, shortly after Ms. Elkins moved into Mr. Beard's home. In June, Ms. Elkins and Mr. Beard conspired to place a GPS tracker on Ms. Burkett's vehicle. A month later, Ms. Elkins placed a call to 911 under the name Fake Amber, falsely claiming that Ms. Burkett's car was driving erratically on the interstate. In August 2020, Ms. Elkins falsely reported to police that Ms. Burkett's mother had attacked her, creating scratches on her own chest to support the lie. 5 days later, Ms. Elkins and Mr. Beard paid a private investigator to dig up dirt on Ms. Burkett and her new boyfriend. The investigator, who testified at trial, found nothing incriminating. Right parenthesis. In September, Ms. Elkins helped Mr. Beard plant drugs and a gun in Ms. Burkett's vehicle. Mr. Beard then placed a call to police under a fake name claiming Ms. Burkett was selling drugs to black men out of her car. Then, on September 10, just 3 weeks before the murder, Ms. Elkins accompanied Mr. Beard to a sporting goods store, where he purchased a black rain suit in cash. On September 14, 2.5 weeks before the murder, Ms. Elkins purchased dark makeup from a drugstore. On September 19, she accompanied Mr. Beard to a big box store, where they purchased 410 shotgun shells and a Camillus knife. 1 week prior to the murder, Ms. Elkins texted Mr. Beard and said, "I hope you handle it." She requested that he be ride or die for her and said if he was not, she is not sure the relationship can continue. Shortly after that text exchange, Google records reflect that Andrew Beard began conducting searches for how to remove gunpowder from his hands. On October 2, 2020, Mr. Beard, dressed in a black rain suit and disguised as a black man, shot Ms. Burkett in the head with a shotgun while she sat behind the wheel of her car in her work parking lot. As she staggered out of the car, Mr. Beard grabbed her and stabbed and slashed her 44 times. Her co-workers testified at trial that they found Ms. Burkett covered in blood and gasping for air in front of her office front door. She died as her co-workers tried to render aid to her. During the murder, Ms. Elkins stayed at Beard's home in Rockwall with Ms. Burkett's daughter. In an attempt to create an alibi, she later claimed Mr. Beard had been home with her during the crime. At the trial, Ms. Burkett's new boyfriend testified that he believed Ms. Elkins was the puppet master behind the murder. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's Dallas Field Office, the Carrollton Police Department, and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives Dallas Field Office conducted the investigation. Assistant U.S. Attorneys Gary Tremblay, Rick Calvert, and Ryan Niedermer are prosecuting the case. U.S. District Judge Jane Boyle presided over trial.
Equality before the law, also known as equality under the law. Equality in the eyes of the law, legal equality, or legal egalitarianism, is the principle that all people must be equally protected by the law. The rule of law is a political ideal that all citizens and institutions within a country, state, or community are accountable to the same laws, including lawmakers and leaders. It is sometimes stated simply as no one is above the law.